And now, marine weather around Alaska.
Starting off the marine segment with tonight's forecast, a pretty good front here bringing gale force winds and rain into the central Aleutians. Otherwise, high pressure light winds for the eastern northern Bering Sea up into the Chukchi Sea. And a rather weak low here in the Gulf of Alaska, and a weak front brings some light rain into the southeast coast. And for tomorrow, that front edges eastward, periods of light rain, mainly the central and southern southeast coast there. Dry southern Alaska, diminishing snow in the interior, light snow possible for the eastern Arctic coast. Dry everywhere else here over the northern Bering Sea and interior Alaska, right on down across the Alaska Peninsula. Wind and rain increasing here for the eastern Aleutians, extending all the way back to the Komodorsky Islands. And for Monday, this whole system is a little weaker as it pushes eastward here. Still holding together enough for some rain, snow, and mixed rain and snow here for the Alaska Peninsula with some gusty winds. That'll extend out to Adak and Atka. More showery conditions and a little cooler beyond that. High pressure and downward trend in temperatures the next couple of days over the interior as snow ends in the Tanana Valley, but a lot of clouds lingering and some light snow persisting up toward the Brooks Range. And the southeast coast, a weak trough here keeps it unsettled and cloudy. Coastal water forecast for tomorrow down that way for the south coast, south to southeasterlies, 10 to 15 knots. Winds east at 20 knots for the north coast. Winds variable at 10 for the inside channels. And then for Monday, Lynn Canal, Stevens Passage, a breeze out of the north at 10 knots, southeast 20 for Clarence Strait. And for the south coast, east to southeast winds 20 to 25 knots, and the north coast, east winds 20 to possibly as high as 25 knots. For Prince William Sound, northeast wind for Sunday at 15 knots, North Gulf Coast, winds northeast at 20 knots. Cook Inlet, northeast winds 10 to 15 knots, northwest at 20 for Kamishak Bay, north at only 15 for the Barren Islands. Then on Monday for the North Gulf Coast, northeast winds 20 to 25 knots, northeast at 10 for Prince William Sound. Cook Inlet, northeast winds 15 to 30 knots, and 30-knot northeast winds for Kamishak Bay. More of an easterly direction there for the Barren Islands. Kodiak Island, north wind 15 to 20 knots. And for the Alaska Peninsula, east to northeast winds 20 to 25 knots, and Bristol Bay, northeast at 15. For the day Monday, Kodiak Island, east winds 30 knots, 7 to 10 foot seas. Gale warnings now for the Alaska Peninsula as that front approaches from the west there. Out of the east and southeast, 35 to 40 knots with seas 8 to 13 feet. And for the eastern Aleutians tomorrow, east winds 35 to 45 knots. Gale warnings for the central Aleutians. Full gales there, east at 45 knots. And winds anywhere from 30 to 50 knots for the western Aleutians out of the east and southeast. Then on Monday, western Aleutians, north winds 30 to 35 knots with seas still running 15 to 20 feet. North at 25 for the central Aleutians and the Fox Islands, east to southeast winds 20 to 25 knots. And for the southwest coast, north breeze tomorrow at 15 knots with seas only 3 feet. East at 25 here for the Pribilof Islands, northeast 25 for St. Matthew Island, and north wind at 15 for Norton Sound, and northeast 15 for St. Lawrence Island. And for Monday, east wind 20 knots, Norton Sound, St. Lawrence Island, and the Yukon Delta coast. Much stronger here. In fact, gale warnings out for the Kuskokwim Delta coast, east at 35 knots, northeast at 35 for the Pribilofs, and northeast at 30 knots for St. Matthew Island. And for the eastern Boulevard Sea tomorrow, east to northeast wind 10 to 20 knots, light north breeze at 10 for the central coast, and the western Arctic coast kind of a variable wind direction at 10 knots, but north at 15 for the Chukchi Sea. Then on Monday, Chukchi Sea, east winds 10 to 15 knots, east at 15 for the western Arctic coast, south at 10 for the central coast, and light north to northwest breeze 5 to 10 for the eastern Beaufort Sea coast.